Tonight, we are awarding the first ever Dare2Care Poetry Scholarship, sponsored by Key Bank and Equal Insurance. This competition was open to teens 14 to 18 years old, and they were asked to write from their hearts about a tough subject, homophobia and transphobia. We had boys, girls, and trans people everywhere send in their submissions for this, and boy, did they ever deliver. We had an overwhelming number of excellent submissions. They share their incredible words, their profound messages in rhyme, beat, and verse. And now, here to announce our top 3 poems and to share with us the poem of our first place winner and our 2 runners-up is our final judge, the nationally renowned poet and scholar, Professor George Bilguer. Is that French enough for you? Well, let's get your mic on.
Well said.
Is it good?
Am I on?
Are you on? Try it.
Am I on? Am I on? Am I turned on?
You are.
Thank you so much. As you can see in the program notes, I am nationally renowned. You may not have known that. But as a poet, I feel I would be remiss if I did not recite a short poem to you tonight. It's only 2 lines, but this is a poem that will change your life. Are you ready? I mean it, seriously. You'll think of this poem every day. Here it is. It's called Bacon and Eggs. The chicken contributes, but the pig gives his all. I was so excited to look in the bag I received. Could everyone look in their bag? You have 2 cans of product. And as a middle-aged guy, I want to say I'm grateful for the Aquage uplifting foam, and even more so for the Aquage finishing spray. It really is a great honor for me to serve as judge for the very first Dare2Care poetry competition. I read poems by students from all over, participating schools from all over Northeast Ohio, and it was not easy to make a decision. I want to think that poetry, like any art, is more than just something beautiful. It's an art that has the power to change the way we look at the world, the way we think about the world. And all 3 of these poems did that. So I'd like to announce our 3rd place winner, receiving $250, is Haley Kuhns, an 11th grade student at Roosevelt High School. Here is her poem, I Was Your Daughter.
Before I was an alien in your eyes, before she held my hand and made me feel alive, before I was free to be me, before my flag bared rainbow stripes, before I was proud of that girl in the mirror, before your unconditional love ended, I was your daughter.
I felt the same way after I read that poem. Our 2nd place winner in receiving $500 is Seth Wyckoff, a 12th grade student at Lake Ridge Academy, for his poem, Just Like You.
So you can date him without ridicule. But the moment I think of it, the world shuts me out. But I will be the one to change opinions with my actions against hate to those just like me. We will stand strong against threats, hold our grounds against others. Fight for my right to love, just like you. I might dress differently than you. I might talk differently than you. I might wish for different things. I might love differently. But we are the same inside. We are both human. We both want it all. We both want to love. I want to be able to show it just like you. I don't want to hide my emotions behind a false wall. I want to show him all the love you would. I would give anything in the world to love, just like you.
Seth, this is for you. Well done, man. Well done. And finally, our grand prize winner is Mary Kate Krizman, a freshman at the University of Akron, for her poem, The Cinderella Shoe.
In our society, there's only black and white. There's never any in between. There's only wrong and right. I had been raised a certain way, to uphold certain views. These are the ideas I didn't know would divide the red, white, and blue. That normal girls should buy makeup and always style their hair. That suits, tuxes, ties, and buzz cuts were only for the boys to wear. Before I understood the truth, I thought only girls would play with dolls, and that boys were the only ones interested in tossing pigskin footballs. My favorite movies used to be the ones that preached of love. Those fairy tales said each princess was sent a prince from God above. But what about the people for whom the story isn't true? The women and men who don't quite fit this Cinderella shoe. Your son or daughter, niece or nephew, grandchild or best friend. The ones who pray your love for them will never ever bend. Would you turn your back on her, or would you turn her away? Would you ignore the courage it took her to tell you that she was gay? And what about him? What about the boy? Would you tell him he was sick if the thing that made him happiest was a little rouge and some lipstick? Who's to choose who you will meet, or who will hold your hand? A universal definition for love is written not on stone, but in sand. So if you love somebody who's transsexual, bisexual, or gay, please stop and take a moment now to say you'd have them no other way.
Cheers.